So what's up, traders? We're doing a Caveman's recap today, and I'm gonna do a couple videos of some traders that trade with us every single day, and they're pretty good traders, and you can learn a lot through their content. So it's not only that you get to watch me, you actually get to watch other people trade because everybody trades different. And I'm gonna do one of Matt's later on tonight as well, but I'm gonna put this one out for you. So stay tuned and enjoy the video.
Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I am going to go over my trade on opgn. So you're looking at my screen right here. This is the gray is pre-market, of course. You see it started gapping up over here, and I drew some lines. You can see all my red lines I've got across right here. I drew some lines, and the lines represent resistance and support. And then here's another one for some more support. Here was high of day at the time. I didn't go all the way to the very peak. I don't really like doing that, and so I drew it through right here. So those are my lines, and let me increase them a little bit, so that way you can see them better. Let's see here, and I'll change the color, and it's gonna bing. Look at that. That just popped right out. You can definitely see that now, huh? So let's change a few more of these. In case you didn't know how to do this, this is the way you do it. And edit properties, we go to width right here, and then we go to 2 instead of 1. I mean, you can go to 5 if you want, but it's too thick. And you'll make all your lines like day glow, so you can really see them when they stand out. They may be actually get in your way, but anyways. Okay, so here's all of the lines that I was working with. Excuse me. Here's all the lines I was working with. Let's see here. Okay, so here's our opening. Shot up at the opening, pulled back. Here's right where one of my lines was drawn, and it was not drawn on this, it was drawn on pre-market. So it was drawn from right here in this area, and right here, you can see, right? So it pulled back to that line, popped up, broke through the high of day pre-market, broke through that, and set up a new high of day up here, and then started jumping around, down, up, right? So we got support, resistance, broke through a little bit, but not to the top, and then it came down again. So what I ended up doing was right here at this arrow, and let me increase this so you can see it. Okay, so right here on one of these two bars is where I put a limit order back here, and it got filled right here at 11.95. So right there is where I got filled at. And I had to leave the computer, and so I set the limit order. So I came back, and I came back somewhere around here. And I was way up, and I'm shorting it, of course. So I filled it 11.95. I came back, and it was down here someplace. And I'm really big into setting stop loss orders. So it was way below my entry point, and so what I did was I set a limit order at 11.70. So what happened is it was going along for a few minutes here. You can see this is a 1-minute chart, by the way. And right here on this bar, on this little peak right here, it tapped up to 11.73, so it stopped me out at 11.70. So I stopped out green. It was a very small green trade. It was green like $40, 44, something like that. But it stopped me out right here. So I'm glad about that, and I'm also not happy about it because of the fact that I'm glad, because I don't like really holding through spikes. I don't think that's really just prudent trading. And so I got stopped out right here, and it spiked way up. It spiked up over $1 above what I stopped out at. So 85 cents. It was 85, 85, 90 cents above where I entered. But I don't really look at it that way. I look at it, where is it at when I place my stop? And, if I can stop out before where I entered, well, that's what I'm going to do. So you can see here, even the difference is, let's say I said, okay, I'm going to give it 20 cents above where I entered at. Well, I would have just simply stopped out with a loss. Instead, I stopped out with a gain. So I covered my short fees, and it went way up to 1280. It stayed up there for about 5 minutes and then just completely crashed. So I'll take a look at that. So closed the day down here at $8, and I was in at $11.95. So if it wouldn't have been for this spike right here, I would have had a really, really healthy trade. Would have been a really good trade. But that was my logic behind my entry. My logic behind my entry was this line here was one of the resistance levels and near the peak. So I said, okay, I'm going to enter there, and you can see it. It touched it right here. It passed it right here. And I thought, okay, what I was looking at is this is making lower highs. So if I draw from here, coming down like this, right, it's making lower highs. We can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's one of the reasons that when I saw this red candle, or rather, when I saw a spike, I didn't see it. I was gone again, but it filled me up there. I said, okay, if it spikes up, I want to get filled up here, and then let it wash out. But anyways, that's what happened. I ended up green for the day. But there's my opgn trade. Okay.